Hello everyone, Monty here, and today I'm talking about creating your new normal and setting the right expectations to be successful getting through this whole coronavirus situation. So I've chatted many times about creating your new normal, about your health and fitness, and I think it applies to the coronavirus quarantine situation too. We created a new normal staying home. I feel kind of lucky that, I hardly ever go out to eat except when I was traveling. And a lot of times I would stock my hotel room. That was my new normal. I would land. Before I would check into the hotel, I'd go to a supermarket nearby, or right after I checked out, stock my room. So when I didn't want to make meals in my room, I could. And when I'm home, I hardly ever go out to eat. My friends know this. And when I do go out to eat, I order special. I find the thing on the menu that I could, modify the least and ask them to take out this, take out that, so I can make it the most low calorie. Because I think that, and I know, when you eat out, you never really know what's in your food and how to calculate the calories. If you're a Weight Watchers, how to calculate the points. And for me, I know that I don't even feel comfortable. I like it when they put the calories on the menu. I really like that. But then I notice that it's not consistent. So one chef in one chain in one city may cook it one way and follow the recipe. They may actually be measuring how much they're putting in. And if you're not measuring, then you really don't know how much is in there to know how much the calories are. And I may measure and weigh everything. One of my friends was over at my house, was watching me cook the other day, one of my neighbors. She was 6 feet away. And she said, "Oh, look at your cute little scale and your measuring cups." And that's my new normal. So my new normal is I hardly ever go out to eat. When I do go out to eat, I order special. I weigh and measure everything. When I travel, I stock my room. And at first it seems like a lot of work, but then it just becomes your new normal. You're used to it. I always say it takes 21 days to form a habit, maybe a little bit more. That's why I'm doing the thankful challenge for 21 days, just to show you that, if you be thankful for 21 days, it starts uplifting your spirit. And then after you do anything for 21 days, again, sometimes some people could be more, some people could be less, but just on average, they've proven about 21 days, things start to be like a habit. And now that you've been quarantined for a while, it may not even seem as bad anymore as it used to, because most of us have been quarantined for 3 weeks, for 21 days. So anyway, so I wanted just to relate that whole thing with your, creating your new normal. I think when you get off fattening foods, when you get off sugar, it's your new normal. You won't even like it anymore. You won't even, seriously, when you detox, and that also takes about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, when you detox from sugar, and then you taste, like I asked my mom if her iced tea was unsweetened. She said yes. What she didn't tell me, it had NutraSweet in it. And I drank it, and I just couldn't wait to spit it out. To me, it was like battery acid. It was so disgusting. It's my new normal. I just don't like anything that sweet. It's just, unless it's like a banana or something like that. So, but I want to talk about expectations too. And this also, I did a whole chat on expectations many times, and as it relates to weight loss and fitness as well. I always read all these articles, and they say it's around New Year's time with New Year's resolutions in January. They say by February, I think it's 17th, 70 to 80% of all New Year's resolutions are broken. Within a month and a half, right? And I believe very strongly that the reason why this happens is because people aren't setting the right expectations. And this is also going to relate to coronavirus. I will get there, okay? So, for example, when people go on a diet, they New Year's resolution, I'm going to lose so much weight and it's going to be so great and I'm going to look great and everything's going to be so healthy. And they don't set themselves up for how hard it's going to be. Anytime you start any new endeavor in life, it is extremely hard. And I came up with this saying when I was on Weight Watchers Connect, choose your hard. Yes, working out 5-6 days a week at first is very hard. Prepping all your food on the weekend seems very hard at first. But I was, going out with friends and ordering special seems hard, but you have to choose your hard. Do you want to be overweight and out of shape and worried about your health and not liking the way you look in the mirror? That's very hard. I've been there. I always show the picture. Where is it? I don't have it here right on top. I thought I had it on my desk. I guess I don't. But anyway, the picture of me when I was, 225 pounds as a 13-year-old, and everybody made fun of me. And I was picked on, and that was really hard. Looking in the mirror and hating what I saw every day was really hard. In my 30s, when I gained weight and got up to 177, I've got pictures of that on my Facebook, my Instagram page too. of some of my before and afters. It was just very hard. So you got to choose your hard. So let's get back to the coronavirus thing. I think that, yeah, life is going to be, I think first we need to set the right expectations. I'm talking to a lot of people, and again, I already see like the whole thing with New Year's resolutions. People are like, oh, well, this is going to be, life's going to go right back to normal soon, right after as soon as they say we can go out, I said, no, it's not going to. Let's set the right expectations. Think about what may be happening and I'd rather you set yourself up for the worst and not be disappointed than set yourself up for thinking everything's going to go back to normal. I think it's going to be a very, very, very long time before it even seems quasi-normal, and I doubt it'll ever, well, for me, I doubt it'll ever go back to normal because I'm going to be paranoid probably for the rest of my life about germs and this and that. I never really was one of those people that used hand sanitizer. I never wiped things down on the plane. That's me for life. I don't even want to travel anymore. I want to find another job so I'm not on planes all the time because I think that's a big breathing tube of germs. It's just unbelievable. So I think we have to start thinking about what is this all going to mean financially. A lot of restaurants are going to go out of business. You're not going to be able to just go out to dinner with your friends. It's going to be hard if there's so many restaurants that close, which I believe they will have, and it won't be able to reopen. It's going to be hard to, get into a restaurant. I mean, here in Florida in season, you got to make reservations 5 days in advance before all this stuff. Can you imagine what it's going to be like when all these restaurants close? There's going to be so many things, people are going to be afraid to travel, are going to be afraid to go to gyms. I don't think I'm ever going to go to a public gym again unless I'm traveling because I got the gym in my house and I don't want to be around all the germs. So I think there's going to be just a whole big shift, and we have to realize that we have to accept our new normal. And I think there's still going to be a shortage of masks, paper products for a while, hand sanitizer. I think it's not going to go back to everything's available on the shelf right away. I think people are going to hoard. I know I'm going to create one of my, like a little room. I never had like a hurricane preparedness stock of stuff, which a lot of my friends do. Living in Florida, you should. I'm taking my gym closet. It used to be a bedroom, I converted it to gym, and I'm getting racks put in there, and I'm going to stock up on everything I think I need, like water, batteries, flashlights, paper products, all that stuff. Eventually, I'm going to create like a preparedness closet, right? So everything that I need for hurricanes. We're supposed to have bad hurricane season, they're saying now here too, just what we need, right? And also, in case this happens again, maybe some canned food and stuff like that. Anything that was like in short supply. I think some people will forget, and I think some people will be relaxed, but I think there will be a lot of people that this is going to change for life. And I think, for you to be successful at anything, a fitness routine, a diet change, a health change, you have to just say to yourself, okay, at first it's going to be really, really hard. It is. It's going to be so hard. If you're getting off sugar, there's going to be a detox. You're going to be craving things like you want to kill people. I remember when I got off sugar, people would say hello to me and I'd be like, what the hell do you mean by that? I was like just so uptight because it was like getting a detoxing from a drug. But after a while, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, I found that, everything was my new normal. It became new normal. Just like me traveling every week became my normal. It was very, very hard at first, and then when I stopped for a while and went back on the road again, it was very hard. Then after 3 or 4 weeks, I got in the groove and it becomes your new normal. So when you're thinking about all of this stuff and when this is going to end, and hopefully we're close to an end of the self-quarantine, just remember, I don't mean to be like a Debbie Downer here, but I think that we're going to have a new normal, right? I don't think we're ever going to go back to where we were before 100%. I really just don't believe it. The question is, what is that new normal going to be? I don't know. But get yourself prepared for your own mental state. It's good for your mental state to be prepared. Don't just be like, oh, everything's going to be wonderful. And you're like, oh my God, it didn't go back to normal, right? So be prepared that things probably are not going to be the way they are. We don't really know what they're going to be, right? So stressing out over it and thinking of the future is, not really the thing to do, but that we will get through it and it will be our new normal and we will get used to it. And again, it's very, very hard in the beginning, but I promise you that, after some time, and we don't know what that time is, because I've read articles that it takes 21 days to form a habit. Some people it could take up to a year. Everybody's different, right? So, but even that, let's say the worst case, that in a year, you'll be, whatever that new normal is, you'll be used to it. You will definitely be used to it. So I just wanted to say that because I had a couple of friends recently, and I'm not going to mention any names, who were like, oh my God, Monty, do you think this is going to be over in a week or two? I'm like, no, of course not. And even when they say you can go out, things are not going to be the same. It's like, don't set yourself up for failure by setting, bad expectations. And that's what I think happens with people with any major life change. They don't prepare themselves for how hard it's going to be, and they think it's all going to be, rose petals and daisies, So anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're all getting used to your new normal. And guys, I hope you're staying home and cooking healthy food, because if you've been doing it for these 3 weeks, it's going to be a habit, and you don't need to go out and eat all that bad food. And at least food that you're making at home, you can track better, caloric wise and macro wise, and know exactly what's in your food that you're feeding yourself. And I hope you're creating a new normal for exercise, and you're finding new ways to exercise, and you're getting your exercise in every day. And once again, I just hope you all set the right expectations, so with whatever happens in the future, you won't be disappointed. You'll be able to cope with it better because you knew that things were going to be different. Well, that's all for today, and I'll be looking forward to talking to you again soon.